First fax in was just after 7 o'clock today as Texas A&M signs them up for 2016. It was at 7:12 when we saw Riley Anderson come in. Then it was Matabike Starkle. Riley's twin brother Austin signed a little bit later. Kellen Deesh, Ryan McCullum. The offensive line filled up quite quick in this signing class. Anderson being the first out of Mineola, Texas, joined by his brother just about 4 minutes later. But most recent fax to come in was from the state of Tennessee, and it was that of Ikenna Okeke from Smyrna. Impressive offer list for him included Tennessee, Stanford, Notre Dame, and Penn State. According to Rivals, Ikenna Okeke was the number 6 player overall coming out of the state of Tennessee in 2016. We continue with Coach Sumlin. This conversation with him is presented by Pepsi, and we're going to begin with Ikenna Okeke. Mentioned, and we showed some highlights of Tyrell Dodson when we talked to you in that first segment, but another one from Tennessee. You go into the Volunteer State again and get this one, a safety. Just your thoughts on the young man that is the most recent fax to come in.
Big safety, a guy that is really, really active, a guy that can be a nickel type player for us. That not just a rangy guy from the middle of the field, but tackle, cover guy. Has really good ball skills, as you see right here. He can do a lot of different things. He played him on offense, can go get it. A guy that might grow into a guy that can move back and forth in and out of the box for us. Already 200 pounds, and as I said, he's got tremendous range, a lot of ball skills, and a physical player too.
John Chavis was a player and coach in Tennessee, and he tapped into that region once more.
That might have helped, huh?
Yeah, no. He's got a reputation there, doesn't he?
Coach Chavis did a great job in Tennessee with these guys. Two excellent players, two fine young men, and obviously guys that body types that we need in this league. And he's a kind of player that like we said in our defense, a lot of times we'll play with 6 DBs, and he's a guy that you can cheat around, in the back end and maybe get up towards the line of scrimmage. He's already 200 pounds and probably get to, 220, something like that, 215, 220 by the time he's here, and who knows?
Mm-hmm. I think about what you have coming up. On February 29th, you start spring ball, but this has got to make you smile a little bit. On April 9th, spring game, you get to have it for the first time in 3 years back inside.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. It's been a couple 3 years without a spring game, and we've been able to practice, but it's not been anything like having a spring game, getting our young guys out in front of the crowd. Our fans miss it. Our students miss it. It's kind of the beginning, really, of the kicking off spring, and we've been fortunate the years before when we had it to have over 50,000 people there and national TV. So we'll see where we are this year. I think we'll have a nice crowd, and it'll be great to see our new guys play.
Had John Chavis on earlier, and when you think about the defensive side of the ball, there's a couple departures at defensive line, a couple at corner, but you certainly have some guys that are capable to step in there. Is there excitement about the potential of the defense that you'll field in 2016?
Oh, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. We've got all 4 of our ends back. Our 2 inside senior defensive linemen left, but certainly Dalen Mack and a number of guys, Kingsley Kiki and Zaycoven Henderson played a lot last year inside and made plays for us. So, we've got a rotation inside there of guys who've played. We've got depth in the defensive front. Getting Atero Laka back, who was 240 yesterday, which is big for him. Him having the year off to kind of get settled, get ready to go. Sean Washington a year in the weight room. Those 3 freshman linebackers that played for us last year. Special teams and a lot of different things with Richard Moore in another year. So, across the board, we only mentioned those 3 safeties back there that run around and do everything for us. So, we'll be fine. And Nick Harvey played a lot last year at corner. Rotated a lot of snaps with Brandon Williams at corner. We've got to find another corner and we'll go play. But that's what recruiting was for. And so we've got a lot of experience, a lot of depth on defense, and another year in that defense. We ought to keep improving, and we made great strides last year.
We also ran through the 2016 schedule earlier on this show, and this is something that I marvel at. When you think about the SEC West, they went 13-2 against the SEC East. They went 10-2 against a Power 5 non-conference foe. If you do the math, the SEC West was 23-4 against any Power 5 team that was not in the division. For the guys that sign up today, for the guys that are in your program, I mean, is an absolute must within their character, just the relishing of competition.
There's no doubt, whether it's a player, a coach, anybody. So, that's where we are, and that's why you sign up to play at Texas A&M and play in the SEC. It's great every Saturday, and you're facing great talent with fans who have a lot of passion, and like you'll see today, the recruiting, everything is at the highest level in this league, and the competition is at the highest level in this league, and it's something that you've got to relish, you got to enjoy, and it's not for everybody, but for those who want to be a part of playing at the highest level, without a doubt, those statistics back it up.
Real quickly before you go, we got a minute left before we wrap this up. When do you pop in a little UCLA game tape? Is it too soon for that?
Well, I don't know. It's some days I'm not sure that we're not watching it since Noel's here. So we're already watching a little bit of it, but we'll see. We've got to work on us. We've got a couple quarterbacks that are going to go through the spring, as we talked about with Jake and Trevor, and then really get our lines solidified. I'd like to come out of spring football with our offensive line solidified, and our receiving core offensively is back, and develop for the first time. We'll have 5 running backs really for spring football since we've been here, and really quality guys, and so we'll have some firepower. We just got to make sure we can get the right 11 guys on the field working together and with a new system, and that's going to be fun, and it'll be a great challenge for our guys, and to be in a new system, get those guys going, and as we just talked about against the defense, it's going to be experienced, and we'll probably be able to tell where we are after about 3 weeks of spring football.
All right, Coach, we enjoyed the show. Thank you so much for your time.
All right,
today.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Kevin Sumlin, our head coach, wraps us up. Day started at about 7 o'clock. First facts rolled in. The latest one was from Tennessee and Ikena Okeke, possibly more to come. So long, everybody, from 12th Man Studios.